I'm Steen Metz. I was born and raised in Denmark. My schooling was interrupted when I was arrested in 1943. I knew that the Germans had occupied Denmark because I would see the soldiers stamping their feet on the pavement, and they would be in motorbikes when I would bicycle to school. It was October 2nd, 1943. I was 8 years old at the time. I didn't understand why they came to our apartment and not to somebody else's. But I didn't know we were Jewish. I had not been brought up in the Jewish faith. And unfortunately, we ended up in a concentration camp by the name of Theresienstadt. It was very, very difficult, especially in the beginning. And I didn't quite understand what was going on. I was there with my mother and father, and we didn't get very much to eat. That's probably an understatement. And he passed away from starvation. We had been in the camp for 18 months. 2 days before we were liberated, we were told about it. We didn't believe it. We'd been there so long. And finally, the white Red Cross buses rolled up, and we got a warm, warm welcome. We were warned not to eat too much because we were not used to the rich food. It was a miracle. It was a miracle that the buses arrived. It was a miracle that they were able to drive through Germany, and there were row upon row of people welcoming us back. We had nowhere to stay. We stayed with friends. It was very difficult because we had a family of 3, including my father, and I was a family of 2. Right after the war, my mother and I didn't speak much about it. She wanted to look ahead and not back. And then eventually I went to Canada, where I met my future wife. Then I started writing my memoirs. It's very, very important for me that I try and get the message across. There's an increased anti-Semitism. There's a denial of the Holocaust, which is absurd. Need to keep talking about it. We are no longer here. The next generation needs to talk about it, but you have to be tenacious. My mother was very, very tenacious. Don't give up. There were a lot of people in the camp that gave up. We all suffered, and she was often asked, did you ever give up? And she said, no, you can't do that. So I think hang in there and work hard and don't give up.